and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world. I want to talk to you about boxing again. Now, I want to talk about being able to take a punch. Now, I'm talking literally about if a boxer makes contact with you, what are you supposed to do in boxing? Let's talk about a few things. First thing, instinctively, if somebody was to throw a punch or something at you, what would you do? Flinch, and you would actually what? Cower, right? Your body tightens and you start to cower. You start to go into a ball. You start to turn in the direction of the punch. We're going to talk about a few things concerning that, because I noticed that a lot of times people don't talk about this part of boxing. They talk about blocking, they talk about deflecting punches, but they don't talk a lot about moving with a punch. When you actually get hit, when you actually get tagged, what do you do? Now I'm going to give you an example first from off of ESPN about 5 years ago, Alfredo Angulo versus Gabriel Rosado. And here you're going to see that Gabriel Rosado, he does not roll with the punch. He does not buffer the punch. However, he does do a couple of things which are correct. He starts to tighten his body into a ball, and he starts to hunch over. Also notice, I'm going to do it in slow motion, that his legs, he doesn't bend his legs as much, and as a result of that, he gets tagged even more. I'll talk to you about some other things, but let's first look at this. So here is the clip. Here we go. Angulo tags him. Boom, boom. He goes down. Okay, the reason is he didn't roll with that punch. He got hit flush. And flush meaning as he got hit, he wasn't able to roll his head or his body with the punch. And it was a 1-2. So even if he did roll one way, he was going to get the brunt of the force the next way. Okay, that's how you knock out your opponent. That's what the 1-2 is about. It knocks your opponent in one direction. Okay, here is the final knockdown. He doesn't even know where he is. He's trying to hold. He starts to bang him. He's only banging him on the back of his back. He's hunched over. Very good. You hunch over in the form of a ball. Okay. Here he comes. Notice he does not roll with that punch. He got caught there. He pushes him off to get distance to throw his punch. See, he's not rolling there. His head didn't roll, and that's why he got knocked down eventually. You notice not much head movement. Now I'm going to contrast that with Mayweather versus Canelo. Here Canelo applies the proper technique to a punch that's coming at you. Okay? Canelo was much more aware of what's going on, and you're going to see his head roll with the punch. He's going to roll in the direction of the punch, taking some of the power off the punch. Watch it here. He's seeing the punch coming, and he rolls with it. See, he rolls his entire head with the punch. And he counters back with a counter punch that just misses Floyd. Notice again, Floyd couldn't catch him exactly flush. He turned his head again so that the punch glanced off. You saw it bounce off to the side, again taking some power off the punch. Now, why is this important, and why am I talking about these things? In boxing, it's very important to understand how to be able to take a punch as well. Some of the guys who they say have, oh man, this guy, he's got like a chin of iron. One of the things that you don't notice, yes, he has a good chin, but he also, most of these guys are able to roll punches. Buddy punches. You tuck yourself up into a ball, and that protects you because your muscles are tight and expecting the punch. The other thing that people do is they rock or roll with the punch. Let me see if I can show you a clip of something like that somewhere. So, for instance, with Canelo Alvarez versus Floyd Mayweather, for instance, let me get somewhere into the fight here. And this is too fast, so I'm going to slow it down a little bit. Alright, let's go in slow motion. See? You saw what Canelo did? Floyd threw a punch. He not only ducked down, but he also went with the punch. Okay? he moved with the punch. This is very important. That takes a lot of power off the punch. So effectively, Floyd did not hit Canelo. You understand? Watch some more movement. Notice what he did again. Not only did he block, but look at his head. His head again moved in the direction of the punch. He moved away from the punch. As the punch was coming, he moved away from the punch, and now he counters. He uses that that force to counter Floyd. Watch it again. I was trying to get some body punches in there. Okay. Watch that. Did you see that? He threw a punch at Floyd, but Floyd moved in the direction of the punch to take away some of the power off the punch. Of course, Floyd was blocking, but he also moved with the punch. Here it is again. These both guys are great counter punches. Look at Floyd's about to hit Canelo, or try to hit Canelo with a body shot. Watch what Canelo does. See, he moves with the punch. Do you see that? Then puts his hand out there to prevent Floyd from hitting him in the same area. He has his guard not quite where it should be, but it's protecting his chin. That's what's most important. So Floyd hooks him to the side of the head. Notice he rolls with that punch. So a lot of times people see it and it looks very dramatic. But if Canelo didn't roll his head, he would get much more injury, like Gabe Rosario. Okay, Gabe Rosario, he didn't roll any of the punches, and that's why he got knocked out. Boxers are trained to do what Canelo was doing. From little kids, when you're a little child, you know, the trainers be doing all kinds of things. Sometimes you see Roger Mayweather slap a little child and he knocks the child down to the ground. You hear him chuckle. But really and truly, that's the training for shots to the head and to the body. And to train your body to expect, even on the point of contact, as the shot is making contact with you, to pull in the direction of the shot. You have to have good eyesight to understand what's happening, and some degree of anticipation. If you get touched, you need to, move in the direction of the punch. So a lot of boxers know this. Okay, they're trained to do this. And this is why, if you don't know how to box, or you've never boxed a day in your life, and you go against any boxer, they could knock you out just like that. You could be big and strong like a footballer, but just the fact that you don't roll with punches, meaning say you're getting a body shot, a shot to the midsection, the guy will cower over so that his midsection is moving away from the punch, so he can absorb some of that force and dissipate that force. Okay, so boxing is an extremely dangerous sport, and when you start to box, or you box someone, you understand what's involved and how skilled these different fighters are, and what they actually do. There's so much to boxing that I can talk about, but I will leave it at that for now.